Doing what we do. Week 3, episode 3, round 3. What up? It's the warm-up. We're talking pregame NFL stuff in the name of Designated Report. Ted, what up? Everybody checking in. What's going on, boys? We got our little theme song going, Sunday Best. After this, I got a little Timberland playlist. If you like it, I'll turn it up. If you don't, want me to turn it down, I won't listen. Shout out again to everyone. Been here since the beginning. 14 days ago, whatever. I appreciate everybody. A lot of things happened. This past week. We got some things to get into. We're live. We're having a good time. Feel free, anybody, you want to call in and talk, send me a wave. Just call me up. It's the warm-up. Let's get right. And let's get right into it, too. Thursday night football, as we always do. I looked at it on paper, and I was like, I don't know, man. But I gave it a shot because I looked at last week's Thursday night football on paper. Cleveland and Cincinnati didn't give it a shot. But I was up doing my own thing. Had the game on in the background. It became my priority because it was a good game. Joey B, Odell, some things happened. So I said, you know what? Gardner Minshew's been balling. Ryan Fitzpatrick, you don't know what kind of magic he got in the bag and when the magic's going to stop. And then he goes to his 9 team and his 10 team. I wanted to see what happened. So I tuned in, and it was ugly. First of all, let me say James Robinson is the truth. You don't know who that is? Neither did I, though. Undrafted rookie. What's going on? James Robinson, 31 fantasy points. Not too bad. 46 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns, and was a threat in the air. 31-13, the Dolphins over the Jag. Both teams now 1-2. Nothing to panic about for the Dolphins. I mean, you got the W. Let's keep going with this guy. Tua, let's keep learning from the sideline. Ryan Fitzpatrick having a good old time with the chest hair out, doing his thing. Gardner Minshew, man, was rubbish. No 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Some of us were dumb enough to trust this guy to take over our fantasy teams for this week. 275 yards. A lot of that when the game was out of reach. No touchdowns, 1 interception, and a lost fumble. So maybe the Jags have to start again to begin thinking about who's the quarterback going to be there. I don't think we necessarily tank for Trevor Lawrence, but I can't say you don't. Hit or miss every week, right? I don't know what to call it. I don't. And the problem is, when you draft a guy in the 6th round, it's very easy to say he's just a placeholder until we can kind of get to the next guy. Tom Brady was drafted in the 6th round, though. Sidebar. But when he starts to play well, you're like, well, we're going to plug him in and see how much we can maximize out of this situation. He looked pretty good. Week 1. Thursday night, not so good. And now I think you begin to ponder who else is on the bench there. Mike Glennon. So it ain't going to be him. I don't know if you go and get a veteran. It's week 2, not week 3. But in week 2, Friday morning, you're already thinking about chasing the division down and trying to make a playoff run. Are you thinking to next year already? Like some teams already are. New York Jets, what up? So I don't know. I don't know what the Jags are going to do, but I'm intrigued to see what they do at the quarterback position. Obviously, let's not overreact. So next week, maybe he throws for 300 again and 3 touchdowns. I don't know. And nobody does. So I think they started the year off getting rid of so many big-name guys, and we're kind of surprised by how well they've been playing. So you're always going to go for it. And when you're on the squad, everybody talks about tanking, right? Tanking is not something that you do from a player standpoint. These guys are out there trying to get paid, and you can't be going half speed. nobody's telling you to throw interceptions. Like, when the players on the field, they're all ball, like, they're doing the best they can. It's about personnel decisions, who plays, who's injured, who goes on IR, stuff like that. Front office type stuff. That's how you knew when a team is tanking. So we'll check that out week 6, week 8, and beyond, right? But for right now, I think the Jag players want to win. We'll see what they do, though. But they absolutely got spanked on national TV, Thursday night or not. Like, everybody's seen that. So are the Jags for real? Right now, I'm saying no. I'm saying no. And DJ Chark, like, wasn't there. But does he make that great of a difference? Great player. But 31-13, bro doesn't play defense. So, I don't know. Another big story from last week, Justin Herbert. What? Justin Herbert, what? Tyrod Taylor was out. Now, we knew he had the rib injury. All of a sudden, we're talking about week 2 being the most black quarterbacks playing in a single week in NFL history. And then Tyrod Taylor does, like, Justin Herbert trots out there, the rookie from Oregon. What's going on? The announcers were shocked. So what happened was there was a chest injury to Tyrod Taylor right before the game. And they told the rookie, he said, 5 seconds before kickoff, hey, you're going to start, you're going to play. Which I think is the best thing for a rookie, to tell him, hey, go out there and play. He doesn't get to think about it all week. He doesn't get to practice thinking about, I need to make all these throws to get the confidence of the whole squad. He doesn't get to call his mom or his girl the night before and wonder about, man, I really got to make it happen for my hometown and all this kind of stuff. They told him 5 seconds before. And he said that he had prepared all week like he was the guy, which all backups should. And, man, went for 311, a touchdown, and a pick. 311 for a dude that hasn't played in the league. So, but why did he play? Chest injury. I said, man, there's more to this. The team doctor for the Chargers impaled Tyrod Taylor's lung. He was getting a shot in the ribs because we knew about the rib injury. He's getting a shot in the ribs to control the pain to go out and play this game. The team doctor punctured a lung. Tyrod Taylor still made it to the sideline, but he had to go to the hospital. He's not playing this week. Herbert will start again against a pretty not great looking 0-2 Carolina Panthers team. If he goes off again, he's got to be the starter. Stop telling me Tyrod Taylor's your man. If he goes off for 300 again, he's got to be your starter. But from Tyrod Taylor's standpoint, does he have a lawsuit? Does he have a lawsuit? That's lost wages because he was going to be the starter. He was a starter. We're talking about lost wages and malpractice. That's medical malpractice. And if he's not on this squad, I don't know if he plays again. No disrespect to this man. I don't know if he plays again if he doesn't make this team. Everywhere he goes, a rookie takes his spot. So, I mean, he's not playing today. If Herbert goes off for 300 and they win the game, he shouldn't be playing moving forward. It looks like Herbert's got it under control. If I'm Tyrod Taylor, I'm suing somebody. Somebody's getting sued because that was my job. I'm not hitting these incentives, so I'm not making the money I should be making. Medical malpractice. How is this doctor not fired? How's this doctor not fired? We're just stabbing people? We're just stabbing starting quarterbacks? All right. I'm going to get into my picks real quick. Cleveland over Washington. San Fran over the Giants. Rams over the Bills. The Vikings over the Titans. The 0-2 Vikings over the 2-0 Titans. I got it. I got the Vikings finally figuring this thing out at home. That helps a little bit. Same thing with the Eagles. I got the Eagles over the Bengals. The Eagles do not look good. Carson Wentz does not look good. But I got the Eagles figuring this thing out, getting the first win of the season against the Bengals. And there's been some interesting stats that I don't think the Eagles have beaten the Bengals since like the year 2000. The Bengals really give them a tough time. But I mean, I don't believe in that. I don't believe that the past with a different team franchise structure, different coaches, different players, haven't won since 2000, so I'm not going to pick them today. I think the Eagles figure this thing out. They're going to get their first win over a Bengals team that I'm not there. I'm not there yet. And they got some injuries on their defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback and you can't keep your own quarterback upright, there's always going to be problems in this league, no matter what kind of talent you got. I got the Falcons at home getting their first win against the Bears. Khalil Mack, we don't know. He's questionable right now. The Falcons' offense, they don't have Julio, by the way. We'll get into injuries. Falcons don't have Julio, but their offense is still pretty dynamic. They got guys at all positions. And their offensive line is all first-round picks. I mean, the talent is there. Matt Ryan's putting up numbers. I didn't say he's great. I didn't say he's top 10, but he's putting up numbers. So I think that they can. I don't believe in the Bears. I never believe in the Bears. I didn't believe when they had a fantastic defense and Sexy Rexy taking them to the Super Bowl. I haven't believed in the Bears since I was watching them on NFL Films in 1985. So anybody over the Bears, no disrespect to Chicago. I got the Steelers over the Texans. What's going on with Houston? Because this will be 0-3. If I'm correct, which I always am, what's going on with Houston? Deshaun Watson might be my favorite player in the league. I mean, we know Hop is gone, but and he needs that weapon, Watson. That's clear. But we got to start winning some games. We talked about that 0-2 death sentence. They're at 0-2. If any team could make the playoffs after starting 0-2, I would say it would be the Houston Texans, Bill O'Brien or not, right? I'm just hoping Deshaun don't get traded before we get to the trade deadline this season. So, man, listen. Leadership is a problem there. We know that. Not talking about Deshaun Watson, but the Steelers look good. Steelers defense, obviously, broken record every year. You could say something about that. TJ Watt, I got him as my defensive player of the year. Yeah. I see y'all talking in the chat. Keep going. Bill O'Brien should have been fired already. Yeah. But I don't know if Houston figures it out today. I don't. 4 p.m. games. Chargers over the Panthers. We just talked a little bit about that. Colts by 100 over the Jets. Let's not even. I got the Bucs over a banged-up Broncos team in Mile High. They don't have their starting quarterback, Denver, that is. I got the Cardinals over the Lions. I got the Seahawks at home over anybody. Just happens to be Dallas this week. Sunday Night Football. Green Bay over the Saints. That could go either way, I think. Monday Night Football. Kansas City over Baltimore. Could go either way. So, hold a gun to my head. I got Green Bay over the Saints. I got Kansas City over Baltimore. So, here's what we started doing week 2, episode 2, round 2, last week. Good take, bad take. I had to own up to some bad week 1 takes. I'm going to do the same. We're going to do this every week because I'm talking to you guys. You're talking back. This is on film. The internet is forever. I make a bad take. I don't need nobody rewinding the tape, playing in black and white, making me look stupid. I got to own up for myself. So last week, this was not a bad take. The worst take that I had, though, I really was all in on that Cardinals offense. And I was listening, guys. Bang, bang, bang. These guys are going off. These guys are crazy. I should not have ever doubted D-Hop right away. He was balling. I apologize for that. Put some respect on his name. Andy Isabella, I said he was going to be a dude. He was okay. 2 catches for 67. That's big plays. Christian Kirk, who I like, he was okay. 2 catches for 57. That's big plays. Kenyon Drake, It's okay. 20 for 86. Not blowing anybody out of the water. Capable. These guys are capable, though. Larry Fitzgerald's okay. 7 for 50. What do you want from a guy playing in his 90th year in the league? Still getting it done. I said he didn't need to be a touchdown guy. He needed to be a first down guy. He's doing that. He's still getting open. Listen. I said with A.J. Brown and the Titans being out last week, Corey Davis had to eat. And 5th overall pick in his draft, I said he was going to eat. 3 for 36. 3 catches, 36 yards. He scored. That's nice for fantasy owners. That don't impress me. 3 catches for 36. Corey Davis. Melvin Gordon. He was getting all those carries because Phillip Lindsay was out. What did he do with those? Melvin Gordon had a tough rookie season with the Chargers, but put in some work on the ground and through the air. Last season is seemingly all he's remembered for, with no-name Austin Eckler taking over for him, taking his shine, and we think he's a scrub, and now he's in Denver. 19 for 70. All right. You get 19 carries. I need more than 70, bro. So I'm okay with the overrated talk at this point. Maybe I have like some sort of parasocial relationship with Melvin Gordon because that year he went off in San Diego, I had him on my fantasy squad, and he helped me do some really serious things. But you know what? If you got one good year, sandwiched in between some bad ones, I think we just got to call it at this point. Week 2, I'm not going to overreact, but I'm saying if that were to be the case, if he doesn't figure it out this year, we got to call it Melvin Gordon. We got to call it. But I said, here's the good takes, stepping up for injured people. I said, man, Jack Doyle's out. Who's the tight end? Because he got to step up. Mo Alley Cox, 5 catches, 111 yards. That's balling. And who was the guy I went on for like 5 minutes about? Jordan Reed, formerly of that Washington team. Jordan Reed, what'd he do? 7 catches, 50 yards, 2 of them things. Jordan Reed's getting it done. Kittle, stay tuned. We'll talk about if Kittle's in or out. If he's in, is Jordan Reed still getting some looks, still getting some burn? We'll talk about that in a second. Those are my 2 good takes. Praise me when I say good things. Don't just troll me when I say some questionable things. I'm making predictions like everybody else. Go easy on your boy. I'm just saying what I think. I'm saying what I see. Mo Alley Cox, good looking. Jordan Reed, good looking. CT stand up. Week 2, something we'll also be doing every week. Old faces and new places. A big turnaround for some guys. Gronk is still the invisible man. But let's talk about Brady. He turned it over again, but 217 yards and a touchdown and a win. That's the most important thing. I heard somebody on a station say, you know what? It's really funny with Tom Brady. We don't talk about the records. We talk about the wins. So I think if he wins, that's all we can talk about. Leonard Fournette, his first 100-yard game as a Bucs player, 12 for 103, 2 touchdowns, including a clincher, 46-yarder that won that game. Cam Newton went crazy. 397 with the score and a pick. And on the ground, he gave you 47 and 2 touchdowns. He got stopped. He got flipped over in Seattle at the 1-yard line. They lost that game. But Cam Newton, man, I'm coming around. Phillip Rivers, 214. All right. They beat the Vikings, though. Todd Gurley, man, you got to give me more than 2.9 yards per carry. You're Todd Gurley. And he had an off season last year, but he was still scoring. I mean, come on. Todd Gurley. Jamal Adams, 9 tackles and a sack. Doesn't really tell a story. He was everywhere against the Patriots. His first win against the Patriots. Let him tell it. Stephon Diggs went off for 8 catches, 153 yards, and a touchdown. Let's see how all these guys do again today. Old faces and new places. Injury update, I'm just going to fly through them. First and foremost, the Falcons' first-round pick, A.J. Terrell, is the first person to be put on the IR for COVID-19. He is the first person to contract the coronavirus, or test positive rather, and he will not be playing today. Julio Jones out. You saw how banged up he was in the Dallas comeback. For the Bengals, Geno Atkins out with a shoulder. Alshon Jeffrey out again. Jalen Reagor, the rookie, out with a thumb. Jimmy G's out. George Kittle's out. Raheem Mostert out. Henry Ruggs, the 1-2-3rd, is out, the rookie. The Patriots center, David Andrews, is out. I think that's going to be a big deal. I really do. James White isn't going to play. Cam Akers for the Rams is out with a rib injury. Don't see the team doctor or get some witnesses. Or at least stay away from the Chargers team doctor if that's an option. Stack Moss, toe injury. Tyrod Taylor's not playing. The Jets, no Jamison Crowder or Brashad Perriman. The Cowboys, Chidobe Awuzie out. Drew Lock for the Broncos not playing. That's going to be tough. Christian Kirk, I mentioned, is not playing. Sunday Night Football, we know right now Devontae Adams is doubtful. And Michael Thomas for the Saints is out. 4 minutes to set your fantasy lineups. 4 minutes. 3 minutes. I seen the clock move. Don't ever play any Bucs tight ends. We'll talk about it next episode. Don't ever play any Bucs tight ends. Jared Goff. Let's sit him as well. The Bills only allowed 18 touchdown passes since 2018. All right, sit him. Devontae Freeman. He just got there. He's not going to get the carries. He doesn't know the playbook. Sit him this week. Play him moving forward as he gets accustomed. Start. Robbie Anderson. It's all name recognition. It's all name recognition. Robbie Anderson balled out for the Jets not that long ago. All right? And then his college coach goes to the Panthers, picks him up. I think that kind of hurt the way we look at him as well, like he was given a job. But that's a guy who knows him well and wanted him on the squad, even though he's had some personal trouble. Listen. Robbie Anderson's putting up numbers. Top 5, top 6 receiver right now. TJ Hawkinson, I'm kind of back and forth. The Cardinals allowed the most fantasy points to tight ends since the beginning of last year. So, I mean, let's see what TJ's doing this week. Calvin Ridley, let's see who you are today. Julio's out. You're not getting double and triple teams over here where you got your single coverage, but he's still a dog. I got Calvin Ridley going off, so trust him. And the Bears are allowing the most fantasy points to wide receivers. So, Calvin Ridley, let's see what you got. Devin Singletary, basically whoever's rushing against the Rams, even with Aaron Donald, they allow the highest amount of rushing yards, fantasy points that is, to opposing running backs. So Devin Singletary, what's up? Zach Moss is out. More carries for you. Josh Allen, speaking of the Bills, has had the most fantasy points. Just joking. But he's had more than 28 in each game this year. 28. I'll take that. I'll take it. I'll take 28 fantasy points. Nick Mullins. Who? He's starting in place of Jimmy G. My man was nice when he got his shot the last time he was in. Nick Mullins. He balled last year. He had 18 plus points in 4 of his 8 starts when he was back playing. So he's not a slouch. Definitely going to do better than the mustache, right? Anybody in that Colts offense, because the Jets can't stop anybody. The Niners fielded half a team last week, and the Jets can't stop anybody. So, like I said, Colts by 100. Jets ain't looking good. Let's tank for Trevor. That's your fantasy stuff. Set those lineups. You got less than 60 seconds. I'm going to sign off real quick. I got a lot of football to watch. Get your pizza and your wings together. Get your pretzels with the cheese, whatever you like. Let's talk next week. Much love. Much respect. Have fun. Enjoy. Go Bucks. Go your team. 1 o'clock. Let's do it. This is the warm-up. Check y'all out next week.